Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Yesterday in the AL West, we skipped the A's. I told you to finish with them, although there's not much appealing to finish with them. 60 and 102. All I had for the A's is all in question. The A's did not have much pitching or much of a team. 64-99 is what I picked them to finish. Royals, Cardinals, and Cubs. The Royals will have Brady Singer on the mound to get their first win of the season, as yesterday they finally scored their first runs, but we're out with the loss, 4-7. Tonight it will be the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. It'll be Brady Singer, like we said, and Jose Barrios for the Toronto Blue Jays. Game time is at 6:40. For the Cubs and Cardinals, for the Cubs and Reds, it will be Drew Smiley on the mound for the Cubs, and Connor Overton will go for the Reds. Game time 5:40. And for the Cardinals, they will play the Atlanta Braves. 2-1, 2-1. Wofford will go for the Cardinals, and Charlie Morton will go for the Braves. Game time 6:45. In the National Championship, it will be San Diego State and UConn. I'm going to win UConn pretty easily. 15, probably 10. 85-70, 80-70. Matt Bradley averages 15 points a game. Addison Nagno added 17.2. The best team, yes, I think is UConn. UConn is expected to win. San Diego State, they hit one contested jumper to win the game. More on that in the game and preview. Here's that. We're going to end the show with that. Now we're moving on to football, and we'll move on to the preview at the end. Lamar Jackson's future is in all kinds of. Jackson has requested a trade, but most likely a scenario which is he will return to the Ravens. At this moment, being stuck with the franchise, he isn't happy. He isn't a member of the organization until either he signs or tags. If a deal does not either come through, he can hold out for the 2023 season or find a sheet to play on. He would be eligible. Kansas City Patrick Mahomes made a visit to the White House. The football team spent a morning volunteering and picking up trash in the Texas community. In the afternoon, they took a picture with him. Here's that. We thought this was a better surprise than thank you, Patrick Mahomes, for visiting team and answering. We're talking. We're appreciating your time to take this fantastic experience. Mahomes had a record of 50 passing touchdowns. AL East prediction time. The Yankees were 99-63, posting NL East. The former Cub Anthony Rizzo is on the Cubs, 32 home runs last year. Gabriel Torres, 24 home runs. Aaron Judge broke the home run record with 62 homers. The first to do it that maybe wasn't popped up on steroids. He hit 133 RBIs, also hit 311. Also designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton, 31 homers and 297. Garrett Cole, 13-8. Nestor Cortez, 2.44, 12-4. I'll take the Yankees at 95-67. Next up, the Rays, who finished third. Former Royal Matt Quantrill, whom is the new manager for the Royals. The Rays hitting was not all that good. The pitching was where it was at for 2022. Shane McLaren, 12-8, 2.54. Jerry Furry Springs, 2.46. Drew Rasman, 1.117, 2.84. John Adams, 1.56, and 43 games in relief. The strong about the Rays was starting pitching. The Rays are 3-0. I'll take the Rays to go 89-73. The Yankees play today. They are 2-1. They play the 0-3 Phillies. Game time 6:05. Tajon Walker will go for the Phils. Nestor Cortez will go for the Yankees. John Adams, 1.56. The Red Sox stats are not appealing. The only thing that was worth mentioning about the Red Sox is that they got a deal for Roberto Mondesi. He is now back home at where he's home. He's on the DL again. I'll take the Red Sox 81-81. The Blue Jays lose their series to the Cardinals. The Jays' top hitter was Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He hit 32 homers in 2022 and 97 batted in. You got to expect those guys to grow up. Matt Chapman hit 27. George Springer hit 25. Bo Bichette hit 24. 93 RBIs. I'll take the Jays to go 85-77. Now on to the Oilers. The Baltimore Orioles finished fourth in the AL East and over 500. Ryan McCann, Matt Castle hit 22 home runs. Anthony Sandal hit 33 home runs and RBIs. Jorge Lopez was 4-6 with 1.368, 35 saves. Felix Bautista 2.19. Carlo 1.40. I take the Orioles to drop back off a bit. Yankees 99-63 at the top of their division. Jays at 85-77. Rays 83-79. Boston 81-81. Baltimore Oilers 80-82. Boston plays the Pirates tonight. Joan Overod will go for the Pirates, and Coulter Crawford will go for the Red Sox. Game time 6:10. The Tampa Bay Rays will play the Washington Nationals. Drew Rasmussen, as we mentioned, will start with the Rays, and Trevor Williams will go for the Nationals. Game time 6:05. Orioles, Texas Rangers. Kyle Bradish will go for the Orioles, and Texas John Gray. Texas is 3-0. Baltimore Orioles at 1-2. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.
National championship game is set. UConn and San Diego State, the Huskies, in their fifth national championship game. They are 4-0 in their previous appearances, including a victory right here in Houston in 2011. Jay Billis become the first 5 seed ever to win the national championship, while UConn is going for its 5th title overall. UConn's a prohibitive favorite. What's your initial impression of the matchup?
Well, I think UConn has to come into the game with a defensive mindset. And they've been an outstanding defensive team all year long. They're probably underrated defensively. Agreed. But I think when you play against San Diego State, San Diego State is so good at taking away transition. I mean, they took away transition from a great transition team in Florida Atlantic. So you have to expect that they're going to be able to limit UConn in transition and try to make it more of a half-court game. But I think if UConn can do a good job defensively and take care of the ball, they had 14 turnovers. It's too many. You can't turn it over at that level against San Diego State. But I think UConn's got too many answers. Defensive mindset against San Diego State is going to be required.
Jordan Hawkins coming off those dribble handoffs or all those pin downs, so maybe it's a step further out. Can they keep Sanogo off the glass and score enough? Can they score enough? The only way I think they could score enough is to get to the glass and create offense out of their defense. If not, I think Connecticut's going to win it.
Score at times. They can go these long periods. So it's important for them to get extra possessions. So they're going to have to get them off turnovers, and they're going to have to get them on the offensive glass. Problem is, UConn's really big in there, and Caravan does a nice job of rebounding from the power forward position as well.
And when you start with Sanogo inside, and then when he goes to the bench and you bring in Donovan Clingan at 7'2", who does a great job with vertical contest, he moves his feet. Yes. I mean, Sanogo and Clingan protect the lane and protect the rim very effectively.
They've outscored their opponents by over 100 points in the tournament. San Diego State has won consecutive games by a single. Yeah. They've had other games that are decided by single digits, and they've been really good.
How many can you win games by one?
And if UConn wins the game, I think Bob Hurley Sr. has to crack a smile.
Well, I was going to say, throughout his career,